Hey everyone, how's it going? You're probably wondering what the heck is going on after seeing the name of this video. Last night was not a very good night for Saturday Night Horror. I tried to watch a movie called Silent Night, and the movie was just so bad, I ended up turning it off after 35 minutes. Now, usually, when this happens on Saturday Night Horror, and it does happen, but it's extremely rare, on the rare occasion that this does happen where I start watching a movie that's just so bad, so viciously stupid, so completely and utterly vile that I can't stand any more of it and I turn it off, I usually find another movie to watch, so at least we'll have something to talk about. This was not the case last night. This movie, in my opinion, was so bad and so stupid that after 35 minutes of it, I didn't want to watch something else. I was just done with horror movies for the night. I was just utterly defeated. I went in the room, cut on a PlayStation, and started playing some Elder Scrolls Online. That's I had no desire to try to find another movie. So yeah, not a good night movie wise. However, I did get in the kitchen. I made some peanut butter cookies and some burritos. So that's what we're gonna have for the show this week's. You might as well call this Saturday night cooking, I guess. But yeah, just a horrible, horrible movie. It was to the point that I didn't even want to set up the green screen and talk about the movie. I wasn't even going to do this. I figured, I have to do something for Saturday Night Horror. So we're going to show the cooking and the baking, but the movie was so vile, vilely stupid, viciously ridiculous. Words can't express how bad this movie was. So we're not even going to talk about it. We're going to go out in the kitchen. I'll show you the footage from the baking and the cooking. And again, I apologize, but man, this movie was just so bad. I didn't even want to try to watch another horror movie last night. Next week, we'll be watching a movie that I enjoy. It's kind of a corny Christmas horror movie, but I like it anyway. Something that I know I'll enjoy. So with that being said, once again, I apologize, but you have no idea how bad this movie was. You truly don't. Alright, so let's get to that baking and that cooking footage, and I will see you next week on Saturday Night Horror. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a Merry Christmas, because Saturday Night Horror won't be back until the night after, so everyone, hope you have a Merry Christmas. Have fun, enjoy it, and I will see you guys next week. Y'all take care.
Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen and have ourselves a snack.
Alright everyone, here are the ingredients for our peanut butter cookies. And you're probably asking, why so much? And the answer is simple. The regular recipe doesn't make a whole lot of cookies at all. So whenever I make peanut butter cookies, I quadruple the recipe. Yes, you heard me right. We're quadrupling the recipe. So let's see what we got here. We have butter, eggs, of course, in every cookie recipe ever. We have vanilla extract, peanut butter, of course, baking soda, baking powder, which I'm kind of nervous about. I don't know if we got enough baking powder, so this will be interesting. We have flour, which we'll need another cup of that. We have 2 cups of sugar, and we have brown sugar. And if you didn't know that was brown sugar in the container, I labeled it for you. So yeah, those are our ingredients. Like I said, kind of nervous about the baking powder. It's going to be real close. So anyway, with that being said, let's get this thing started. Alright folks, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in our butter and our peanut butter into this bowl. And yes, I am using the electric mixing bowl because, as I said before, on multiple occasions, this thing is freaking awesome. So we're going to put in our butter, which equals out to 2 cups. So there we go. So yeah, the reason I had it on a plate is because, me being the genius that I am, I didn't leave the butter out overnight. I left it in the fridge, so it's not room temperature, it wasn't soft, so I had to stick it in the microwave long enough just to soften it up, just so it can be mixed in really well. So we put our butter in, let me go grab the peanut butter, and we'll get this mixed. Okay, next up we're going to add our peanut butter, and it was 2 cups of peanut butter. So I'm going to try not to block your view here. And we'll scoop this out. So yeah, 2 cups of butter, 2 cups of peanut butter. And once I get all this in, we're just going to mix this up really well, and then we can add everything else. So, and these cookies are, man, they're so good. What words just don't do it justice. Talking about how good these cookies are. Alright, we should be good with that. Alright, so let me get this thing plugged in, and when I come back, we'll mix this all up. Alright, we're going to mix this up now. And we're going to do this very slowly to start. And I mean very slowly. This is not a mess I want flying all over the place. So yeah, you can see putting that butter in the microwave really helped out. Now if I would have put it in after coming straight from the refrigerator, it would have been real hard. Would not be mixing in really well. So it's always better to leave the butter out overnight, the day before you want to make cookies. Don't do what I did and forget about it. Alright, so I'm going to finish mixing this, and I'll be back when it's done. Alright, so that is mixed up, and I know I've said it 100 times already, but this electric mixing bowl is friggin' awesome. Alright, now that we've got that mixed, we're going to add in everything else. We're going to add in about half the flour. We're going to use 5 cups of flour, and this, yeah, it's about 2.5 cups right there. Alright, so I went ahead, I just added all the flour in. So we got our 5 cups of flour in there. Now we're going to add our sugar. That is 2 cups of sugar. And this might be too much for this bowl. We might have an epic mess on our hands. Let's find out. Let's see what happens. Alright, I think we might be able to fit all this in here. Anyway, up next we have 2 cups of brown sugar packed down. Mostly packed down. Oh man, yeah, this is going to be close. I'm nervous, but excited at the same time. So next up, we'll put in our eggs, and I'll just come back when we're done with that. So we'll be putting our eggs in next. Alright, we've got our eggs in there. Next up is 1 teaspoon. I think, hold on, let me make sure. Baking soda, no. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I almost screwed that up. There's 1. You know, either this is going to mix like it's supposed to, or this is going to be a monumental failure and without a doubt the biggest mess we've ever had here on Saturday Night Horror. Alright, so there's our 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Alright, up next is 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and yeah, we had about 1.5 left, so just barely. Alright, our last ingredient here, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1 and 2. Alright. Let me clean up a little bit, and when we come back, Either disaster or greatness awaits us. Alright, folks, here we go. Oh, man. Moment of truth. Oh, gosh. We're going to start very, very slowly here. Oh, no. No, gosh. Oh, yeah. We got a mess. Okay, I'll be back when it's done. I might have to move it to another bowl. So I think I have it under control. What I've been doing is pushing the dough back down in if it starts to come up over the edge. I think we're good.
You are an idiot!
Well, would you look at that? Alright, so everything worked out. Peanut butter cookie dough is mixed. All we have to do is form and shape our cookies. Put them on these 2 cookie sheets here and stick them in the oven, 350 degrees, 8 minutes. And we'll just do that till all the dough is used up. So yeah, everything worked out. So let this be a lesson to everyone. Never, ever doubt a beefcake. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've rolled up our cookies into little balls, and we're going to put them in the oven, 350 degrees, 8 minutes. 2 trays at a time so it doesn't take so long. And really, with these cookies, if you wanted to, after you roll them in the balls, you could roll these balls in a bowl of sugar and have them coated in sugar and then bake them, but we're not going to do that. So anyway, we're going to put these in the oven, 8 minutes, and they'll be done. And we'll just keep doing that until we run out of dough. So let's stick those bad boys in there. Alright, it's been 8 minutes. I put them in for an extra 2 minutes, so 10 minutes altogether. And here they are. Now we're going to let these cool just a little bit, and then I'm going to move them over to some cooling racks I have set up. I don't like to take them off the tray right away. I like to let them cool down for just a few minutes. But yeah, those are our peanut butter cookies, and when I get them all baked and on the rack, I'll be back. Alright everyone, all the cookies are done, and we've got pretty much a full container here. So yeah, we have enough peanut butter cookies to last quite a while. Put the lid on that, and there we go. That is a wrap on the peanut butter cookies. So, hope you enjoy that. Like I said, we have plenty to last for quite a while. Hello, Bella. Alright, everyone. Here's the ingredients for our burritos. Not a whole lot. I usually just put lettuce and salsa on it, so it's not going to be a whole lot to use. Of course, we have our flour tortillas. We have the small ones over there, large ones over there. I'll probably go with a large. Of course, we have our meat. We have our salsa. We have our taco seasoning, and we have our sharp cheddar cheese. So, like I said, not too many ingredients. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to put that piece of meat into this pan, and we're going to start cooking it. And we have Mr. Tiger. Hey, Tiger. And we also have Bella. So, yeah, this will be interesting. My 2 little assistants here. Alright, so we've got our meat in the pan. The pan just started heating up, and the meat has only been out of the freezer for about 5 hours. So, the middle is still kind of frozen, so it's going to take a little longer to cook this meat. So while we're waiting for that to get started, we're going to go ahead and make our taco seasoning here. We have 3/4 cups of water and our package of taco seasoning. And we're just going to dump this up. What in the world? Hello? What are you doing up here? Hello, Tiger. Okay, Tiger snuck up here. And Bella just hopped up here, so yeah. Alright, give me a minute. Let me get this taco seasoned out and get these cats out of here. Alright, so we got our mix in there, and we're just going to stir it up. And of course, we'll stir this up again before we add it to the meat because everything's going to rise to the top that doesn't get mixed in. That's fine. Alright. So I'm going to do a better job of mixing that. It's kind of difficult to do it one-handed. But since we got that started, our meat has started. The heat has come on. See the meat start to sizzle a little bit. You see it down there. So I'm going to try to chop this up. Like I said, the middle is still kind of frozen, but we'll chop it up as best we can. Alright, so it's really frozen in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep flipping it back and forth, cooking each side until it kind of gets thawed out a little bit. So all that means is it's going to take a little bit longer to cook this meat, but we'll get it done. And it'll be good when it's done. So let me let this cook a little bit more so we can chop it up. Alright, so it's thawed out enough to where we can start kind of chopping it down. And if you watched any episode of Saturday Night Horror where I'm cooking meat, you know that I do not like big chunks of meat. So I'm going to chop this down as small as I possibly can. I usually chop it the entire time it's cooking. So now that it's got to where I can just keep chopping it up, it shouldn't take too long to cook. Of course, I'm not going to film the entire process, but basically this is what I'm going to do. Just keep chopping it up, flipping it over until all the meat is cooked. So we'll come back when all the meat is cooked. Alright everyone, the meat is finally done cooking. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain all that grease out. I do not like to have the grease in there. So I'm going to drain the grease out, put the meat back in the pan, and we'll add our taco seasoning to it, mix it all up, and just let it cook until that taco seasoning absorbs into the meat. So we'll be back after I drain the grease. Alright, the grease has been drained. So we're going to come over here. Get our taco seasoning and dump it in. And I'll get a spoon, I'll scoop that in, mix it up, and we'll be back. Taco seasoning has been mixed in with the meat, and the only thing left to do is just let this cook for a few minutes, and every once in a while I'll come mix it up again. So really, we're just trying to get all that taco seasoning absorbed into the meat, and we'll be ready to eat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's done. The meat is cooked. Seasoning has absorbed into the meat. So now we're going to put our burritos together. So give me a few seconds. Well, a few seconds for me, immediately for you, and I'll show you what I did. Well, unfortunately, we do not have any lettuce, so I just put cheese and salsa up here, and that's it. Meat, cheese, and salsa. Like I said, when I have burritos, they are very, very simple. So let's wrap this up, and I'll be back. And that is it. I am not, by any means, a great burrito wrapper. I keep it simple. So there's our burrito. And let's go out in the garage and get our drink. Alright, so it is a little early. There's still some light outside, as you can see, because I was hungry and I didn't want to wait till for it to get dark. And you know what? That is perfectly fine. And we have to have the mandatory Jurassic Park shot. So anyway, let's get our drink. Yes, sir. All right. We have an ice cold cherry Coke and hot burritos. And we have Tiger running in the garage. Daggone it. Alright, so I'll be back. I have to go get Tiger. Alright, we retrieved Tiger. Silly boy. Oh man. Yeah, Tiger sneaks out there sometimes if you're not paying attention. So anyway, there we go. Piping hot burrito, ice cold cherry cola, Bella, and Tiger. So I'm gonna go eat, and later on we'll watch our movie, but the movie will be immediately for you. So I'll see you then.